everyone and welcome back to Nightmare Gaming. My name is Anthony and welcome to day 1 of the 12 Scares of Christmas with The Last Door Season 2. And we're going to be doing episode 1 today. So let's jump in, let's go new game, let's do episode 1. Previously on The Last Door, hopefully you guys remember season 1 from my Halloween special. I'm just going to skip this. I don't know why I'm looking over there at OBS. I'm looking over here at the camera. They are coming! Okay. None of us could prepare for this. So she's boarded up. Okay, so I'm boarding up the windows. The visions, screaming, were merely a warning. And now, it is too late. No, you can fuck off. I'm not opening the door. They are coming. The game kitchen. A kitchen full up with games. Oh, that would be an awesome kitchen. Developed by humans. Let's skip the intro. Last night I had the nightmare again, but this time it was different. This time he talked to me. Okay. It was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life. I mean, I walked aimlessly as if I were lost. Someone's clearly changed the light bulbs. Then I could hear it. The broken tromping on the wet cobblestone. The familiar sound of approaching limping footsteps. Can I just leave? Can I get out of here? No. Bollocks. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. This time he spoke. Give me back what he took. Nothing else. What did he take? Give me back what he took. Oh, lovely. Good morning, sir. You appear to have fallen asleep at your desk. No, I have fallen asleep again. What time is it? I don't know. I can't seem to interact. Dawn already? It is time. Okay. Time for what? Breakfast? I love bacon. A bacon sandwich with bacon. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found the mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent, with a cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name of the addressee, Alexander Dupree. We felt sure Dupree was the key to finding my patient and friend Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances, troubled by the death of his friend Anthony. Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigations with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter, he requested that I visit East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexander had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm this hypothesis, and if it proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. So this is a few years after the 4th one, after season 1. London. East Hill. Being as that's the only place I can go, let's go to East Hill. Season 2, Episode 1. The Playwright. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find some information on Alexander Dupree here. Okay. Sea monster found in its own eyes. Oh dear. Good morning. I would like to purchase a newspaper. I'm afraid I don't have sixpence. Can you make a change for a shilling? I can't, but you know where to find me if you have the coins. Okay. What can you tell me about this building? The asylum, never been inside. Hope I never will. Full of crazies, you know. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, maybe if you bought a newspaper. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye. So what happens if I go... Right, okay, so the carriage takes me back to the map. East Hill Lunatic Asylum. That's... the expansive London skyline seems to fade away amidst fog and smoke. The enormous stone building is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. Okay, I guess we're going in. Okay, so I can walk over it. So that's going to be the way in. What's this? Oh, someone to talk to. Hello! Good morning. Yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light. It makes everything look different, you see. The light touches things, soaks into them, changes their nature, makes them shimmer, or makes them die. Do you live in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to East Hill. They have me committed, but I don't blame them. They're incapable of appreciating my art or any art, or any art for that matter. They mistake it for insanity. What are you drawing there? I'm not drawing, my friend. I'm trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They wanted me to succeed, so they take everything away. Or they don't want me to succeed, so they take everything away. They take my drawings and study them, and laugh, because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones that take your art away? Those foolish caretakers. They hide behind a big mirror. They think themselves safe. They look at me. They observe me. They even take notes. My name is Dr. Wakefield, and I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupree? Name does not ring a bell. I have not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years, or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keep us here. Where are your drawings now? I suspect they're somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different to the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of the guards. You're a doctor. You could surely gain entry. If you could recover my drawings, I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. Okay, I must go. Have a nice day. So I've got the key to the archives. Large door is made of strong metal. It must lead to the secure ward of the hospital. It's locked. Okay, so what's that? A few cardboard sheets lie on the bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Okay, can I... Oh, I can take them. Oh, please don't touch them. Okay, sorry, dude. I must remember to try double-clicking on things. Like, look at it, then collect it. Okay. Oh, yeah, and the double-clicking on doors doesn't work until you've been in once. A portrait of a severe-looking man, most probably the founder of the Institute. A scenic bucolic landscape with gentle colours. Oh yeah, so they all say the same. Bookshelf. A bookshelf! These books are not volumes of psychiatric or medical science, but old serial novels for the patients to read. I'm sorry, sir, the archives are off limits. Okay, I'll talk to you in a minute. As soon as I've looked at everything. An oil picture portraying fan, the patron saint of psychiatrists, but also those who suffer neurological disorders and victims of incest. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. Oh, lovely. Right, let's have a chat with you, love. Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield, and I'm a psychiatrist. Oh, good morning. Forgive my manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many these days, and certainly we are lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less and less funding from the Crown. First the doctors started to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain, but we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe. Our patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here for a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupree. Do you perchance ever meet him? Alexander Dupree. Yes! There was one with a foreign name. I remember something of him. A good man, as I recall correctly. An educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry, I can't remember much. There have been so many people here. It's hard to keep track. Have you worked here long? Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here. The isolation, the rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore. But we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients? May I request access to look in the Institute's archives? There should be some information there about the man I am looking for, Mr. Dupree. I'm sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see. Fuck me, there's a lot of reading. We take great care to respect their privacy, but do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It has been a long time since they have been organized. Up the stairs, I guess? This must be the recreational wing where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alex while he was institutionalized. Marble bust of Hygrega, Greek goddess of mental health. Stone bust keep patients silent company. Sunny beach. Cheerful pastoral scene. Man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thought. A warm decoration of this room suggests a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. A variety of old-fashioned landscapes that portray nature as tame and welcoming. It is odd that only this window is shuttered. The curtain casts mottled shadows over this corner of the room. Okay. Let's talk to the Colonel. Excuse me, sir, but I could not help but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You don't want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sir, leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Sir, leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Okay. Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rambling. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. Have you been here? Madam, if I may persist, have you been living here long? The rambling. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. The eyeless gaze. The man I'm looking for, you may have met. His name is Alexander Dupree. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupree's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? Miss Conyer is very upset. Please do not distress her further. Okay, can I talk to you? Good morning, I'm a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupree. I am sorry, sir. I have not heard that name before. Maybe you could ask one of your senior colleagues about this former patient. Well, you could ask Mr. Riswell in the entrance hall. She has been here for years, maybe too long. You know we caretakers live here. Caretakers live here with the patients, and we are not allowed to leave the asylum premises. This life can get to you if you do not take proper care. I try to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. There are not many patients for an asylum of this size. Well, apart from those in the isolation wards, this is true that there are not many patients are present, but there are even fewer of us caretakers now. We are only 3 for the whole hospital. For what I have been told, in the old times, the income was enough to provide for everything we needed: a complete staff, proper accommodation for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown support gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. I'll leave you to your work. Okay, let's see this door then. Hey, I can go through. There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Oh, there's somebody in there. I'll look at you in a moment. Looks like a therapy log. Edward Rowan, 27, acute dementia, September 25th, 1891. Yeah, so it's been like maybe 20 years? 10 years? Something like that. I think we're in the 1870s. Mr. Rowan's condition has degenerated since his last session. He is restless, as if the morphine has no effect on him. For the last week, he has been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. The patient's dosage has been doubled, no effect. Dr. Wendell has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue Mr. Ronan. 3 markings were found on his body. The self-harm is a possible cause. Ronan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shares an interest in religion, spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There is a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of unbearable horror on his face. Okay. So what do you now? No. I'll let you work. You. Go away. Give him Give him the kick. No. Give him the Give him the kick. No. Give him the No. Give him No. She got anything else to say? Our work here takes a great deal of discipline, Dr. Wakefield, as I'm sure you appreciate. It is rewarding in itself, but oh, I do wish I had something to occupy my mind more, to help me pass the time. How that would ease my burden. I shall not bother you then. Maybe go back to... You have some curious drawings right there beside you. Oh, you mean these? They are the only art that makes any sense here. The doctors use them to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return them to the doctors until they've returned the art they've stolen from me. I used a piece of Oh, hello! I can't open that heavy door with this. Ugh. Okay, so I'm stuck already. Oh, a glass jar full of a transparent liquid. There's a coin resting in the bottom. Right, awesome. Okay, right, so now I can go to the boy, buy a newspaper. There we go. Here. Thank you, sir. About the asylum. Alright. You know there's always voices coming from these places, from the place at night, crying, singing, and the inhabitants cursing like damn souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent, I tell you. Not a single noise in the old street. I looked at the madhouse and saw the windows black, no lights. Everybody asleep in that place near. That's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not of a man or a woman, but of a devil from hell. That's very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Right, so now I've got a newspaper. I guess we should just try and give that to everybody. Why, thank you kindly. Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful you are. Right, now she's reading the newspaper. I can get my arse in the archives. This is the hospital archive, where the record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupree was really committed to East Hill, his file should be around here somewhere. Oh, this is going to be fun. Right, a painting of... blah. It's been a long time since this desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens and a noticeable layer of dust. Drawers are all locked. This cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. His file is right here. Alexander Dupree, room 8108A. All the files are missing. It's as if they had been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it. Paul Street 26. Could that be where Alexander Dupree lived before he was committed to this hospital? Paul Street. I should follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. You son of a bitch. Okay. Metal locker, a small sign reads seized objects. Okay. And some personal effects probably sent in by the patient's families, but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper, carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. We have drawings and a piece of metal. So now I can go back over here. Give the drawings to this guy. Hey, buddy. Here are your drawings. Great wonder, they're back. Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, my friend. If you want, take these cardboard sheets. Thanks to you, I have no more need of them. Awesome. Right. Let's see if anyone wants the cardboard sheets, who I guess would only be it's like 4 people in here, so. Cards, nope. 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 Okay. In that case, let's go and click out the game, and let's go to Paul Street. Right. This door is number 24. I'm looking for number 26. Number 26. Place our door is bricked up. I must find another way in. What's these? The windows are roughly cemented over that it almost mixes with the facade. Paul Street. It ends here at this corner. Okay. Ruins of an old chapel, apparently destroyed by fire. A mess of wooden planks and the remains of benches and chairs. There is someone on their knees praying, their faces covered by a hood. An improvised altar covered in candles. A wooden cross remains almost intact. This candle I can light my way through the dark. Can I not talk to them? Okay. See you, Doc. Looks as if this hole leads to the building next door. Okay, nothing there. This must be the interior of the bricked up building I saw in the street, Mr. Dupree's former residence. I cannot tell who is depicted in this portrait since it is so badly damaged. It seems someone crushed it into the floor. The door is bricked up. There is something amongst the ashes. A piece of paper. It looks like some kind of message, but there is only one half there. The paper has been carefully burnt. So that's probably going to be a military medal. There is a relief of Her Majesty the Queen and several pieces of metal engraved with the names of battles unknown to me. I will take this. Maybe it will mean something to one of Alexander's fellow patients at the hospital. I fucking wonder who. There's a piece of paper on the table. See, Ella. The paper shows some seemingly random letters. It seems half of it is missing. Or can I... This is strange. I have put both halves back together, but some letters seem to be missing from the right half. The message does not make any kind of sense. Okay. One man in a high-rank uniform. He is missing an arm. A large metal safe. Looks like the safe is working fine. I should give it a try. Okay, so I'm going to have to find a code for this safe. Can we... A few bookshelves remain. Bloody blue. I think the best thing to do now is go back to the hospital and give the military man his medal. Okay. So, let's try giving this guy his medal. This medal, I had one just like this. Got it after the battle at Layling's Neck and Mujab Hill in 1881, a decade ago now. For distinguished conduct in the field, it said. What a farce. So you were in the army, as I thought. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Wakefield. Sergeant William Gongill, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry. Are you another one of those alienists? Do you doctors not realize that cowardice cannot be cured by your arts? Why are they keeping you here? Doctors say I suffer from a nervous disorder. I believe this is a term for when they themselves, with all their learning, do not know what to say, but I know the true name of my sickness. It's pure cowardice. I'm here looking for a former patient of the hospital. Andrew have you met him? His name is Alexander Dupree. Yes, I did know a man by that name. We met briefly. He was here when I arrived. What do you know about him? He was a proper lad, educated. He listened very closely to the stories of other inmates, but kept his own to himself. We talked a lot. He was very close to Miss Conhey, too. I think they got here at the same time, but when he left, he did so alone. I wonder what has become of him since. Who's Miss Conhey? She's a patient here, a lady with a temperous character. You may have encountered her already. She has not been the same since Mr. Dupree left, you know. She always sits to the side, alone and silent. I doubt you could talk to her at all, even if you tried. She sees things, or at least she thinks she does. Oh, what did you talk about, you and Mr. Dupree? We talked about my time in South Africa. I don't like to talk about that, but he somehow made me want to. He was persuasive. He was very interested in one specific story, almost obsessive about it. He wanted to know every little detail. Oh, excuse me, everyone. Could you tell me that story? I'm trying to find a patient of mine who has gone missing. This could be my only hope of finding him. I don't like to relive those memories. A missing patient, you say? Alright, maybe my story will be of some use then. It happened during the Battle of Majuba Hill. I'm sure you've heard of it. March of 81. The attack of the Boer army had taken many of us by surprise. Our regiment was forced to split up. We quickly found ourselves alone, just a few men lost on the barren plain. But I don't want to bore you. No, sir, you certainly aren't. Please continue. I can only talk so much. As I said, we were few and we were sure the enemy was lurking out there. The cold air of dusk, a thick fog formed quickly, masking everything around us. We could barely see each other. Then the others started to disappear in the fog, which was getting thicker and thicker. I could still hear their footsteps for a while, then nothing. I called their names loud, even though I knew I shouldn't. I can't read this, it's far too quick. I felt something there, a murmur, a beating, something alive, waiting. I was walking towards it, I think. All of a sudden, my feet felt something in the mud, a body. They were all there. Okay, so his comrades are dead, I guess. Then the mist cleared out. What happened? I never knew for certain, didn't see anything, or if I did, my mind refused to bear such memories. What happened to Captain Skid? When he finally regained consciousness, it was like someone else looked out at us through his eyes. I guess whatever happened affected him, changed him. I know he came back to London. Mr. Dupree asked me his whereabouts. Maybe he tried to contact him to hear the rest of the story. He was quite preoccupied by it. Do you know where I can find Captain Skid? Last I heard from fellow veterans, he had lost himself to a frenzy of alcohol, opium, and bad company. Downward spiral led him, as many others, to a wretched nadir, a dirty hole deep in St. Giles Rookery, known as the Crimson Nest. Perhaps you will find him there, alive even if you're lucky. Here is a picture of the regiment. You can see him there. Okay, St. Giles. That's probably where I should go, right? I can't see a reason not to. This is the slum of St. Giles. The Crimson Nest shouldn't be far. A soft glimmer of this street lamp casts a comforting glow on an otherwise empty street. Isn't this the street we had the dreaming guy, dude? Thought so. Alright, mate. Wanna buy a box? This man. He looks like the man from my nightmares. He is blind in one eye. The empty socket glistens in the lamplight. He seems to want something from me. In my dream, the man always says, give me back what he took. That. He doesn't look like anyone in this picture. I doubt it has ever been his. Give me back what he took, he said in my nightmare. Okay. So he doesn't want anything I've got on me now. So I need to figure out what he wants. Ah! That sounded hopeful. Okay, guys. There's probably just been a massive cut here. I'm trying to work out the code. So, yeah. That sounded different. They sound different when you hit the right number, so... Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we did it. It's empty. Wait, it's not a safe, but an entrance to a passage. It's complete dark. The only way I know where it leads is by crawling in. Well, let's crawl in then. Mathematic formula, written fast and carelessly. Some of these symbols I've never seen before. Strange machine bat out of wood, steel, and glass. I wonder what its function could be. Hello. There is someone sitting here wearing a horrible mask and a yellow robe. He is not moving. It is only a yellow robe. There is no body inside at all. What can be the meaning of this? Oh, pub. Can I just leave? Okay, so that thing's gone. The creaking of the machine has stopped. I guess there's nothing else here. Maybe he wants the mask. That's like the only other thing I've been able to find. He looks at the mask for a second, only to stare at me again. Give me back what you took, he said in my name. Oh my god. What do you want then? Let's go to East Hill. Let's see if anyone there wants the mask. Seems to be important, so I should keep it Sir Kaufman when we meet again. No. Oh. Maybe you know something about the mask? Whoa, bitch! It's the isolation ward for you this time, man. The face of the playwright. The face of the playwright. A man is striking the glass strongly with his fist. His expression of pure hate. I don't think he can see me, but I feel that somehow he knows I'm here. Okay. So I've made some progress. Oh. You stood up. That poor woman, they must have taken her to the isolation ward. Oh, mate. Want to buy a box? But they left the door open. Okay, so I can go in there. Or I can go in there. The door is closed for good with bricks, like they are pretending it never existed. They didn't even try to disguise it. Okay. A bunch of bricks. Either the construction is recent or not finished yet, or they're in a hurry to seal this room. Okay, let's go back to the start and check out all the rooms. A102A. Hello, my name is Wakefield. The butterfly is not what it seems. Excuse me, but what butterfly? There is more after the scarab. The scarab is not what it seems. It looks like a fly, but it's not. Okay. Not much light manages to reach this room. Alright, dude, I'm going to leave you to it. Room 104A. An old pendant on the dresser. It looks valuable. Sweet bugger all else. (106A). An impressive painting of a lovely maiden. It is equipped with a fitting, magnificent frame. Expensive looking piece of furniture. There's nothing on it. A mirror covered in dust. I wonder what things it has seen in this room. It's a bed and there is nothing special about it. 108A. That was Andrew's room. Door is shut and locked. There is no way to open it. It's eyeless but not blind. Isolation cells. Okay, let's see if you want the pendant. He is still staring into my eyes. The pendant does not seem too interesting. Oh my god. What am I doing with all this shit? I literally don't know where to go. Oh! Okay, yeah. Basically, I've been wandering around clicking everything on fucking everyone for about 15-20 minutes now. Oh my god, this game's a lot harder than the first one. Is this the butterfly you talked about? It displays its wonderful colours, fills your eyes with awe, but this is only a show. Behind the veil, its body crawls on the dirty ground, hides in the darkness, and transforms another of its lies. So what would this be? Its body creaks and rustles with its blind movements. Slowly, step by step, it gets closer and closer and closer and closer. What about this one? It will come. Whatever you do, it will cry out loud, looking at you from everywhere at the same time. What about this one? Him. His mask. My mate from the other room used it to scream at used to scream at night. He always told us he could feel something under his bed, a presence, an eyeless gaze. So is there something under the bed in the other room? Could this be the room of the patient's bed? There's a presence of under his bed? The door is bricked up. Why would they do such a thing? I doubt anyone has slept in this place in a long time. Window is sealed too. Almost no light can reach the room. There's something written on the wall. One of them came last night. I knew what it actually was before the sign of it carried. The sign of the eye. I killed it. I hid it well. If more come, they will not find it. Find their friend nor its eye. Oh, it seems one of the tiles is loose. I cannot get it with my bare hands. It's too heavy. Piece of metal. Hey, we removed it. There is something there, half buried under the soil, under the tile. A raven with a glass eye. It's a long dead bird, just feathers and bones. It's holding something in its beak. A dirty, horrible, deformed glass eye. That's got to be what the fucking lunatic wants. That's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be. We're going back again. To fucking say, I've been recording now for an hour and a half. Fuck me. Here, take your nappy fucking eye and get out of my way. Fuck off. This must be the Crimson Nest. I have heard of such places where people lose their minds to opium shipped from the Orient. I never thought I would set foot in one. Let me just get inside. An addict completely asleep. A man with a lost gaze, his mouth open. What's the matter, madam? My husband, he's unconscious. Please, dear, wake up. I'm a doctor. Please let me see him. I'm sorry, he's not breathing and has no pulse. Your husband passed away hours ago. No, it can't be. Madam. I'm late. For this time, I couldn't save him. What do you mean, this time? I discovered my husband's addiction to this hellish drug they call opium months ago. At first, he was sick. Then I saw him grow thinner every day. Then I discovered he was visiting this place. I was very worried. I tried to dissuade him, but he wouldn't listen. The addiction was stronger than he was. At times, he was away for days. I would come here and find him passed out. The only way I could wake him was to put these smelling salts under his nose. Now it's too late. Here, take the vial. Maybe you will be in time to save another soul from this curse. Okay, so I've got smelling salts. You, sir. The musician is intoxicated with the drugged smoke that fills the air. The repeated arrangement gives the sensation that time flows slowly. A woman looking at the roof with her eyes going white. She's muttering in some ramblings. Short-haired woman smoking without worry. Hello, I'm looking for a man who I believe frequents this establishment. A war veteran from the South African War called Skid. He's writing on a slate. He has written can't hear, so I suppose I should communicate with him by writing on the slate. Don't know. He doesn't know the captain's name then. Man lying on his back, breathing raspy, progan liquid. Oh wait, can I? It's written something up. Object of value. Does he mean pendant? I don't think he likes me much. I should hurry. Man lying on his back, breathing raspy and layered with phlegm and other liquids. The smoke has eaten away at his lungs. Young couple seem to have come together to enjoy this despicable vice. Okay, hopefully we're about to find Captain Skid Marks. A table with several opium pipes on top. Some of them have been used recently. Chinese screen with a floral arrangement. It's Captain Skid, no doubt. He's unconscious, but he still breathes. I will borrow these then. Or borrow them, use them. They were gifted to me. Oh, dear. Whew. What's the matter? What's the matter? Who's leaving? Get out! My name is Wakefield. I need to talk to you. Are you Captain Skid, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry? That title belongs to me no more. Who are you? What do you want from me? Leave me alone with my misery. One of your soldiers told me about you. Yeah, I remember him. We served together. We made many mistakes trying to forget those years of my life. Now I'm afraid those memories will follow me to my grave. I'm looking for information about Alexander Dupree. I used to know a Dupree, but he was not a man but a fiend. What do you want with someone like him? There are certain secrets that are better left undisturbed. A patient of mine has disappeared. Alexandra is the only one who may know his whereabouts. This is true that Dupree is involved in your patient's disappearance, and I'm afraid your matter is out of my reach. Yours too. Now leave me alone. You ever heard the name Jeremiah Devitt? No, I haven't. I found your medal. It was in a house on Paul Street, door 26. You were there, right? You think you know what you're doing, but you cannot imagine what you are getting into. I am asking you for one last time. Leave and forget this matter. I will not leave until I find the answers I seek. Tell me what I want to know, you fool. For the devil's sake, alright. If you want to ruin your life, you're free to do it. What really happened at Mum Joe Hill? I'll never be able to forget. Nobody knew. Commander said we must leave and be ambushed. I know better. Something in that fog, something didn't like us in its domain. Sentinel of some sort. It was killed by soldiers. How did you meet Mr. Dupree? I was in a veterans hospital recovering from an illness unknown to physicians, an ailment of the soul. Dupree managed to contact me there. He wanted to know my version of the story and what happened to me in the Battle of Mumba Hill. Do you know why he was interested in your story? I didn't know immediately, but with time I realised truth about what was happening to me was important to his archives, as I was to his activities as I was to myself. As was I myself. But if you think he tricked me, you could not be more wrong. I wanted to enter the dragon's mouth. I burned with a need to know. Tell me about 26 Paul Street. A machine. I don't know what you're talking about. That was just one of my places I used as a base for Alexander's activities. The only one whose location I was allowed to know. What do you mean? What was Mr. Dupree doing then? I really do not know. Have you ever heard of the Playwright? Yes, I've heard that mentioned. What was it? As I imagine, you know nothing. Dupree is not alone. He is but a peak of a pyramid. A vast group of powerful people take part. A society in a secret, ruling by a single sacred law. See that no one knows. I was part of it. Dupree himself recommended me. We gathered every month. What we saw you cannot imagine. I can't keep doing that voice right now. A curtain of normalcy protects the mind from something, and out of something. The veil of fog protected us. But through the veil we could peek into the abyss. We could know the unspeakable shapes that writhed beyond, a black nothingness entirely full of horrors. We could never cross the threshold. What we saw was forbidden. Look at me. Forbidden. I could not bear it anymore, so I ran. I ran and hid from them. It's too late to run over to forget. I must go back to East Hill and try to talk to Miss Cohen. If all the captain says is true, she must have been one of them. She would know where to find them. Okay. Fuck me! Hi guys, can I help? I can't do this anymore. I don't care, I just want us to be together. The fuck? I know it's too hard, I want to feel free. I know, dear, we will figure it out. What the fuck? How are you home so early? I knew all along. How could you? You know you never loved each other. Silence, you have no honour. And you, what do you have to say? Why have I given you everything? The fuck? You wouldn't understand, Enough, you will leave. I won't see you ever again. I'll wait for you at dawn under the old watermill, so you can try and recover what little honour you once had. I'll be there. The fuck? What did I just watch? Oh. Other than me getting extremely hot in this office. My inventory's empty. I must have fainted. What is this? Where am I? There's a blanket on the bed. I'm taking a shred of this blanket. A matchbox. This could be useful. An old piece of furniture. These marks in the dust on the floor. It looks like a chair has been moved recently. Chair filled a small dark hole in the wall. Small hole in the wall. It's too dark to see inside. Cannot see the outside clearly. Door is shook for good and has no knob. No keyhole even. The match is too short. I cannot stretch my hand farther to see what lies beyond the hole. I would swear I saw a pair of feet in there. Who is there? We have met before. I cannot see you. Who are you? Do you not recognize my voice? No, I'm sorry, I do not. Do you know what this place is? It's the starting point, the first place to look. But who are you? What are you doing here? Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way. Stay out of the light. Then I will disappear, and you will be alone in the end. I don't understand. Tell me who you are. I can hear breathing behind the wall. There is, and I can't see the outside clear. The blanket is now ruined. Okay. Okay, so I'll just throw it out the window. Oh, no. No, I turned out the lights. Devitt, is that you? Devitt! Devitt operating on himself. Devitt in the fetal position. Devitt sat with 3 empty chairs. Blood, 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 blood. Pixelated blood. Blood. Pixels off the stuff. Devitt! Tell me, why are you doing this? Is it because you care about your patients? Or out of scientific curiosity? Is it for your pride? Or because it is your professional responsibility? Or is it because it is the right thing to do? Why are you doing this? Because this game keeps leaving me with questions and questions and questions. No, Devitt! It's all right, mein lieb friend. How are you? I feel dizzy. What happened? Where are we? At my house. I went to East Hill to meet you and found you inside one of the cells unconscious. Your clothes stenching of opium smoke. I had brought you here. You've been out for a day and a half. I think it's coming back to me. I was at one of those opium dens. I might have passed out after breathing that dense smoke. Listen, I have much to tell you. My investigation unearthed a great deal of new information. Alexander was indeed at East Hill. His files are missing. I managed to track down a man who knew him. He told me a story you would not believe. There was a woman, a patient at the hospital. She's completely out of her mind. She attacked me. What has happened to these people, Kaufman? How is this related to Alexander and Mr. Devitt? I think the patient, Miss Coheim, might know how to find Alexander. We must go back there and talk to her, whatever it takes. I'm afraid that will not be possible. What do you mean? Fav Kohan is no longer at East Hill. She escaped last night. God almighty. Do not worry, my friend. I think I may know where she is hiding. Get ready. We must leave promptly. Oh, I'm moving. Sorry, I thought there was going to be some kind of credit sequence. They are coming. They are letting him in. Now that the door has been opened, they are coming. Oh, that was her! And I was knocking. Oh, that's cool. That's cool looping it back like that. They are coming. Complete the first episode. The adventure continues in episode 2, which we will be playing in a couple of days, guys. I apparently also have to go on to GOG and turn the achievements off, because I don't want that coming up every single fucking time, that weird noise. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching day 1 of the 12 Scares of Christmas. I'll be down to him now, gaming, guys. I want to have a good day and a scary night. Bye-bye. And that's the end of the video, everyone. If you like what you saw, click that like button. If you'd like to see more, remember to subscribe. Check out my previous video on screen now, and with a bit of luck, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.